Early low-budget movies from filmmakers who would go on to have big careers, Part 3. We're starting with Quentin Tarantino, and no, I'm not going to talk about Reservoir Dogs. Everyone knows about that movie. But did you know that in 1987, he directed a 40-minute short film called My Best Friend's Birthday? It never got a theatrical release, but you can watch the whole thing on YouTube, and it would pretty much lay the groundwork for a lot of things that would define his movies. Sharp, witty dialogue, action sequences, and the story as a whole is pretty much the blueprint for a script he would write, True Romance. Steven Soderbergh is practically the king of low-budget movies. In a lot of ways, he brought the notion of making low-budget indies to a mainstream platform. And a lot of these films do get talked about, but there's a number in between all of them that don't. 1991's Kafka, starring Jeremy Irons, a surreal, psychological film that's very much inspired by the writings of Franz Kafka. 1993's King of the Hill, a period-piece coming-of-age story that is actually really good. And the experimental satire Schizopolis, a film that is bizarre and funny, and may very well have you yelling this at the top of your lungs. Munson! You have not seen his 1999 crime film The Limey. What are you waiting for? It's one of his best works. I would say Danny Boyle's two most talked about films are Trainspotting and 28 Days Later. Right now, 28 years later has been a big topic of discourse. If you haven't seen his 1994 debut thriller Shallow Grave, you need to watch it. It's done in the spirit of Alfred Hitchcock, but it has such a modern feel to it, specifically because of the soundtrack choices. Anthony and Joe Russo, collectively known as the Russo brothers, would see a major elevation when they would jump onto the MCU. They actually got their start with a 2002 indie crime comedy called Welcome to Collinwood. Among the cast are George Clooney and Sam Rockwell. And you know what? It's pretty good. I think they should go back to doing movies like this. And speaking of the MCU, there's also director John Watts. This guy would do the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man flicks, and he was originally attached to direct the Fantastic Four: The First Steps. But if you haven't seen his 2015 indie thriller Cop Car, you are doing yourself a disservice.